Schröder didn't want that three. Give it to the hottest warrior. Curry's got another one. 3 threes in the last 2 minutes.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while since the Warriors last won a game, but they managed to pull out a close one in Minnesota. Down the stretch, they ran a play that the team calls dive roll, but that's a boring name, so I call it ambush pick and roll. Here's an example of Steph with the ball up high, and someone comes and sets a screen to let Steph drive towards the right. Then they dive hard to try to distract this defender so that there can be a surprise screen on the other side going back towards the middle. Wiggins cuts hard. This defender is slowed down. Draymond steps up to set the ambush pick. His defender is a couple steps behind, so Steph can enjoy the luxurious real estate. Kabang.
No points in the fourth, or just 2 points in the fourth here. Time for Curry to kind of take over a little bit to make it a 1-point game.
So tonight, the Warriors pull out another ambush pick and roll. Here's Gary Payton II setting the first screen, sending Steph to the right. Now, instant pop quiz. What is about to happen in this ambush pick and roll play? You get full credit if you said that Gary Payton II was going to dive and that Trayce Jackson-Davis was going to come set a surprise ambush pick on the other side. The Wolves are trying to hide Julius Randle as a defender on GP2. GP2 is clearly not used to being the screener in this ambush pick and roll because he's on track to come set the screen on the wrong side. So you can see Steph wave his hand to tell GP2 to go set the screen on the other side. So GP2 says, whoa, all right, fine, I'll come set the screen on this side. This is a very solid screen. The Wolves like to play Julius Randle in drop coverage. Instead of being right up at the level of the screen and in Steph's face, he's dropped back so that he can contain Steph's drive. When GP2 dives, Julius Randle follows him back. Gobert here also feels like he has to drop back to contain GP2's dive. That leaves a 2-on-1 up here. TJD with a very solid screen. Randle pointing at Gobert that he needs to step all the way up to handle this ball screen. Way too little too late, and Steph steps into an open three.
Handling when Steph set that ball screen and the one they won at Chase against the Timberwolves. And McDaniels hounding Steph. Trayce sets a screen. Curry an open three. He got it! So Steph's got 21 and up 5.
That works so well that the very next play, they pick on Julius Randle again. GP2 steps all the way up to set a screen. Steph goes a little early before GP2 can get in position. So this is an illegal screen, but it's uncalled. In the meantime, Steph is going to attack Julius Randle, who's dropped back. And Randle is really taking the whole dropping back thing to heart to below the three-point line. And Steph can just contemplate the meaning of life and where to get a good baguette. But enough of that. Time for an open three.
Hard defensively, and that was an incredible block. Tracked that one perfectly without fouling. Curry for three. Again! Steph!
All right, very next play, Dennis Schröder steps up to take the inbound pass, saying, don't worry, King, I'm going to give you a rest and handle the ball. And Steph just waves Schröder off. Schröder says, all right. So this whole play becomes just another pick and roll, cat and mouse, with Steph trying to bump off his defender and force Gobert to switch to him. But this time, McDaniels steps just a little too far, so Trayce can actually screen and Steph goes right. Gobert has to step up. Steph's defender is trailing. This opens up a passing lane. Steph hits TJD with one of his terrifying hook passes. Anthony Edwards leaves his man in the corner to stop this from being a thunder dunk. Trayce hits Wiggins. DiVincenzo rotates to the corner. Gobert ends up rotating to try to cover TJD to free Edwards to go find a smaller man to guard. But at the same time, McDaniels cuts across the court to contest Schröder's three, and amazingly, Steph goes from double-teamed to the freest man in the world. GP2 points to the frolicking Steph Curry for the game-sealing three.
You got to keep going, though. You don't want to relax here, get complacent. You need to keep scoring. In Denver, you were up 6 with a minute and a half. In Houston, you're up 6 with a minute and a half. You're up 8 coming down to 2 minutes here. Schröder didn't want that 3. Give it to the hottest warrior. Curry's got another one. 3 threes in the last 2 minutes.
And Steph is celebrating with Schröder, much to the chagrin of this crowd. That is an amazing extra pass to find the hot man.
We might as well go straight into a celebration audit. We've got 3 kings bearing gifts for the baby Threesus. Buddy Hield says, I come bearing 1 3-gun and the second 3-gun for dual wielding flexibility. Very nice. Santos says, I come bearing the I've got ice in my veins celebration. I've never fully understood the logic behind the celebration. Are you injecting an icy 3 into your veins? You already had ice blood in your veins, so I don't know. But as long as they spell ice with a 3, this is an acceptable celebration. And finally, the 3rd king, Kyle Anderson, steps up and, Kyle, you're on. Where's your gift, man? Ba-dong! Instant OK 3. Alright, that's got a little bit of flair to it. Better late than never. They don't call him slow-mo for nothing. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you didn't enjoy this video, I promise I'll do better next time.